The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
There's a people in Israel, they live in a certain complex, and they all share the same backyard. Let's say it's 5 homes. And a man by the name of Yehuda, we'll call him, in that complex decided to do construction. And he had the drilling and the this and the machines, and it was so disruptive to the neighbors. But they said, we're not going to cause machloket, we're not going to they had ways because he was doing things illegal. He started going over the boundary a little into the backyard. He said, we don't want to make machloket, it's a couple of feet, leave it alone. And for a whole year they put up with it. A year later, another person from that complex, Raphael, he decided to do some construction. And he's doing the work. The first person to complain, Yehuda. What do you think you're doing here? Are you waking me up in the morning? You're this, you're that. He said, what? You? He didn't say anything. Yehuda issued a complaint to the building department and they actually stopped the construction for a certain amount of time. Raphael was beside himself. And by the time he got the project done and finished, he could not believe the audacity of Yehuda. And then came the moment. Raphael gets a phone call one day in his office. You know Yehuda so-and-so? He said, yeah. He said, we have you down. You're one of his neighbors, right? Yeah. We're calling as a reference. We're thinking of hiring him. He was out of work. Could you give us some information? Is he a good person? Not a... Raphael's thinking now, oh, sweet revenge. But he says, could you call me back in a half hour, an hour? I'm not ready right now. The next hour he's thinking about it. He's working on his Emunah. He's saying it's all Hashem, it's all Hashem. I'm going to ruin this guy's life now because he did that to me. It wasn't him. He said, I worked on myself. And he says, Yehuda, he's a smart man. He'll make a good businessman there. And he was struggling so much. They called him back. He said, he's a great businessman. He gave a beautiful report. And Yehuda got the job with a great salary. A few days later, Raphael's wife, who has been out of work for over a year, she used to be an assistant principal. She lost the job for some reason, and she's been looking ever since. Within 3 days, she gets a phone call from the most prominent Bet Yaakov in the whole community, saying, we have an assistant principal position job for you. Just opened here, an assistant, another one, whatever it was. And she got the best job, the best salary. And Raphael saying, what is this? It's Hashem. It's Hashem. You do good. You overcome yourself. You're only going to gain. You're going to gain in both worlds. You're going to gain here. It's going to release all your stress, all your animosity. There's only God in the world. That's all we need to know. Everything in life is between me and Him. And people are only messengers.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org